learners. This is Ashish, I'll be the instructor for your Arduino programming course. In the previous episode, we have talked about serial communication using Tinkercad. So in this episode, we'll be actually talking about a function called Serial.begin. Have you ever wondered what is Serial.begin? You might have seen it in most of the Arduino programs that you have come across. If not, don't worry, that's totally fine. But what's the necessity of Serial.begin? You might also think that do we really need to use Serial.begin? But the answer is yes, but no sometimes. Let's get straight to the point. Serial.begin establishes serial communication between your Arduino board and another device. Like whenever you're working with a project or anything, like if you want to perform some operations, like you need to have serial communication between your device and a computer or your Arduino or your another device. The most common use of serial communication that you will be establishing is between your Arduino and your computer, which is done via USB cable. And even you will have this question like, why do we want to establish this type of protocol? That's because if you want to exchange data, we need this type of protocol. That's what it helps in the serial communication. And the $1,000,000 question is, when do we actually need to use Serial.begin? The most common reason that you will be using Serial.begin is when you need to output some information from your Arduino to your computer screen. I mean, to print out text or some information. The function that is used to display text on computer screen that on Arduino board is serial print function. The text that gets printed up shows on the serial monitor, which can be opened from menu bar under tools and then serial monitor. There are other times that you will be using Serial.begin. For example, maybe you have an application running on your computer that will be expecting data from your Arduino over serial port. In these cases, you will also need to use Serial.begin. Now just assume that you are on a supermarket or in a mall and you are on the top floor, and the only way that is left for you to get down to ground floor is through lift. So what you're supposed to do, you have to press the button, right? So that the lift will arrive to your floor, isn't it? You know that if you press the button for once, it's enough. However, it is going to come to your floor and it's not necessary to press the button repeatedly. Similarly, in Arduino program, it's enough if you establish a serial communication between two devices for once, which will be in touch until it is powered off. That's the reason why we write Serial.begin inside the setup function. I hope that makes sense. Now you all might be thinking, what's with the number 9600? Yeah, it's just a number, but the baud rate. The most important practical thing that you should know is for serial communication to work is baud rate in Serial.begin. It is referred as BPS, which means bits per second. The important thing is that baud rate should match with the end device that you're communicating with. Remember that if the two values don't match, then anything that you try to send over serial will not work. It's like talking to Americans in any of the native Indian languages where the communication isn't successful. So we use English as the language to communicate. I hope that you enjoyed the session. Then please do subscribe the channel and press the bell icon so that you'll never miss the updates. Thank you.